Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. We can see here on the Solana chart that Solana was unable to break above the resistance level that we highlighted here in the last video. This one here at $138 US. You can see that very clearly. We had a few fake outs to the upside, long wicks to the upside, and the next target would have been the 200-day moving average. But I warned you that we were already overbought, yeah, on various time frames. And yeah, that we need to get above this level to reach the 150. Now it seems to me that we have here temporary exhaustion. We need to be careful now. I'm not saying we are stopping the uptrend, but what is certainly very interesting to see that the price has moved below this ascending trend line. So while we had here a series of touch points and this ascending trend, I'll adjust it slightly now just to make sure that I have all the touch points I need. But it clearly shows that the price has moved below the trend line. So what could happen is that we dropped below it and that we're now moving up a little bit to just retest it from below. And that could then trigger a small correction, yeah. But that would, without a doubt, invalidate that immediate uptrend. So it's time to be a bit careful. We also had here on the chart, and I made you aware, you know, in the last video on the 4-hour chart, I think it was, that series of bearish divergences. So you had this one here, you didn't have one here, I think you had one on the 8-hour chart, and we had one, did we have one here? No, I think it was on the 8-hour chart, but we certainly had one here on the 4-hour, and then I think we had more on the 4-hour. Now the price didn't care really about that as long as it was in this uptrend, but now that we drop below this ascending trend line, it's time to be careful. I'm not saying it won't move up further, but it's time just to be a bit careful and to take a look at the chart. Keep a very close eye on it, because also the indicators are now turning down. So, sorry, the momentum on the 4-hour chart, you can see that the MACD is showing more negative momentum. The 8-hour chart MACD, let's take a look at it. Here is about to create a bearish cross on the MACD, the 8-hour, yeah. We were overbought on the RSI. That is exactly what we've been talking about, where it was getting a bit critical. And here on the daily chart, you can see that also here we are still overbought actually, and that we are just starting to lose positive momentum on the MACD. So the price hasn't dropped yet, but what is important is to understand that we are still making higher lows here on the daily. You can see it, but we have dropped below this ascending trend line, and that is just important to keep an eye on that. Very, very, very important, because we can drop now. We basically lost support, yeah. So you can easily now drop, I mean, in the first instance to $130. That would be a retest of the previous support. Yeah, we had various instances of support here. And if you lose that, you can drop to the next low, which would be at $122. But I think then the uptrend is over for now, and what you could then create. Not saying it will happen, but it's certainly a possibility that we've got here a left shoulder and we've got a head, yeah, and you create your right shoulder, and that could then lead to even lower prices here with a neckline around $122. Because I think if you really drop to that $122, there will be a counter move, there will be a correction of that downward move, and that could lead to that right shoulder, and then you've got a $122 neckline, and that could push you again to that $105 level. So I can't tell you yet if it's gonna turn around, because this is only a momentary snapshot of the chart. And if you want to keep an eye on that, you need to observe the indicators closely. If you see that daily chart drop further on the MACD, for example, if you see the momentum drop, if you see, for example, here on the 1-hour chart, the price to do a retest of that former resistance once more, and then an impulsive move down, and especially a move below that previous rejection point here at $134. I think that is an important one to keep an eye on. You can see that here $134 has been support here various times. So if we're losing that, I think then you can expect here the price to hit 130, and then losing that will lead to lower prices here around 122. Is there still a chance to push higher? Yeah, of course there is. But the price, in my opinion, needs to reclaim, or needs to get back above that ascending trend line, or at least move higher now, and has to move at least above that $143 level here, that peak. And only if it does that, it can continue it's moved to the upside to $150. And, you know, at the moment, sideways movement, indecision going on here. Yeah, but yeah, watch these key support and resistance levels. And we are getting a little bit exhausted. We were overbought on the daily. And I mean, we've made impressive gains here over the last few days or weeks. And bear in mind, there is always a difference, and nearly overbought on the 2-day chart, by the way, as well. There was always a difference between investors or longer term swing traders and day traders or very short term traders. So if you see the price drop as a swing trader, a longer term swing trader, you probably don't care because you are interested in taking profits in the larger swings, the larger waves. If you're a holder anyway, you don't care. If you're a short term trader, what you might want to do is cut your losses when the price starts to drop, or yeah, pretty much that's, I guess, or you become a swing trader, you become a longer term holder. These are the options that are on the table here. So that's pretty much what I can tell you about Solana now. So can't really confirm that we're dropping yet, but we have made a move below the trend line. The next target to the upside would be that $150 level, and that is so important because of the 200-day moving average. Yeah, Bitcoin struggled with that, and Ethereum struggled with that. So it's a very important one to keep an eye on. So hopefully you liked the update about Solana. Sorry. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.